Okay, now I'm just going to go through putting together the oil pump or the pressure pump on the old Harley. So you got your pump body, which is there. This is your rotator, and you've got your vanes, which sit in there on the spring as well. All right. Once the engine's not running as well, these ball bearings will close off, stop the flow of oil coming down from the tank and then getting into the engine and just filling up the crankcase. Then you've also got a pressure relief one in here too. So once it gets over a certain pressure, it'll then bleed off into the cam chest. And there you go. That's basically it. Pretty simple. So yeah, assembly process is very, very easy as well. Just making sure you've got some oil or assembly lube or whatever your choice is. I like assembly lube because it doesn't move around all over the place. It sticks and stays where it's supposed to be. And if you're not going to run the engine straight away, then you'll have oil sitting in all the places where you want it to, or some lube anyway. Just pop them in there, easy as. It's very self-explanatory the way it goes. Basically you can't mess it up either. So you can't even put them in backwards. That's just it. There you have it. Simple. Looks like I'm almost out of assembly lube. And it's a special type of gasket that goes on here as well. It's really thin. I always like to put a bit of that gasket maker on it as well, just to stop it leaking. Make sure your gasket surfaces are always all really clean. And yeah, so I've got the gasket on there, some gasket maker on there as well, just a really thin layer. I like to do that because these things do leak. You line up your bolt holes on the studs there, slide it on, and then you'll feel it just sort of stop. And basically the idea is then just rotate the engine around until it sort of slots into place. And you'll feel it go onto the we're going to the studs there, and then that's it. That's him on, and then you can do up your nuts and bolts and all that sort of good stuff. The one of the nuts there, this is just a normal little nut down here. Here you've got a raised nut, just so you can get in. I've actually had to helicoil this one down here, so I've just actually got an M8 Allen head bolt in there. You can't fit anything else. Also your spring washers need to go on there too. And they just need to be done up snug, so this nut, this bolt actually goes all the way through into the actual crankcase itself, not in the crankcase, but into the crank housing. And as you start to snug it up, just make sure it is all rotating and moving. This one is open to an oil gallery as well, so I'm going to put some thread sealing on that one. And the rest of them are all 7/16. They just need to be done up snug. Once again, sure there's a torque setting for it, but if you lean on them, you'll break them. I've done that before. Nice, there you go, oil pump installed.